Hey y'all, Star Convo back with the tea. But before I spill a single drop, quick note. Everything we're talking about today comes straight from what's been reported publicly and what fans are speculating online, okay? It's all in good fun and meant for entertainment only. Now buckle up because this one is bubbling hotter than a Nashville summer sidewalk. So picture this. Keith Urban, country superstar, the man with that charming smile and the guitar that makes every crowd melt, and Nicole Kidman, Hollywood royalty herself, one of the classiest, most glamorous women ever to grace a red carpet. 19 years together, y'all. 19. And now, poof, the fairy tale seems to have cracked right down the middle. I know you've seen it everywhere. Headlines screaming, fans tweeting, people in the comments going wild. Did Keith move out? Was Nicole blindsided? Who's this Maggie girl? Well, baby, get cozy because I did some digging and the tea is piping. So first things first. Yes, it's confirmed. After 19 years of marriage, Nicole Kidman filed for divorce from Keith Urban. The papers say irreconcilable differences, which is Hollywood code for something went really wrong, but we're not telling you the details. But the streets, or should I say the blogs, are whispering that this breakup didn't just happen overnight. Word is Keith packed his bags months before the news broke, moving into his own place in Nashville. Apparently, that was the real turning point. When he walked out, it wasn't just for a few days of space. Nope, that was the start of the end. Now, here's where it gets spicy. The rumor mill's been spinning about Keith getting close to his touring guitarist, Maggie Baugh. Now hold on. Before anyone clutches their pearls, let me make it clear. Both Keith and Maggie have not confirmed anything, okay? Maggie's dad even said straight up that her connection with Keith is purely professional. But y'all know how the internet works. The second someone spots two people smiling too long on stage, the speculation begins. Fans on X, formerly Twitter, were like, why did Keith change that lyric to The Fighter to sound like he's singing to Maggie? One user even said, Keith Urban performing without his wedding ring is giving divorced energy. And baby, they weren't wrong, because the man hit the stage barehanded, no ring in sight. I saw the clip myself. Keith looked great, but that left hand? Empty. Fans noticed he even dropped The Fighter, the very song he wrote for Nicole, from his setlist. Now that's saying something. Meanwhile, Nicole's out here glowing harder than ever. She's showing up at Paris Fashion Week with her daughters, Sunday and Faith, giving quiet confidence like, I've been through it, but I'm still that girl. According to reports, she was blindsided by the split and didn't actually want the divorce, but she's keeping her chin up, focusing on her girls and her work. And let me tell you, the fans are rallying for her. Instagram comments under her latest post were full of, "You deserve better, queen," and Nicole's glow-up era has officially begun. And y'all, I felt that. Now, Keith's side of the story seems a little more complicated. In a recent interview, he called life on tour lonely and miserable. Sounds like someone was feeling the strain long before the papers were filed. Between his world tour and Nicole's busy filming schedule overseas, the distance might have just been too much. Some insiders say Keith was ready to move on, that he'd emotionally checked out before the world knew. But Nicole? She's reportedly heartbroken. Some even claim she'd take him back in a heartbeat. I mean, after almost 2 decades together, I can't even imagine how hard that must be. But wait, there's more. Fans have been analyzing everything. Every lyric, every red carpet look, every unfollow on social media. One TikTok even pointed out that Keith and Nicole's couple pictures started disappearing months before the announcement. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe that's when the cracks started to show. And can we talk about the kids? Sunday and Faith are said to be staying mostly with Nicole, at least for now. The reports say she's listed as the primary residential parent. But I love that she's keeping things classy. No messy custody battles, no drama in public, just peace and focus on her daughters. She's giving strength, grace, and quiet revenge energy. The kind where you don't say a word, you just let your happiness do the talking. Now, let's loop back to Keith real quick, because while everyone's whispering about Maggie Baugh, the man himself hasn't exactly been hiding. He's been out performing, smiling, joking with fans. But people say there's a different kind of look in his eyes now, a mix of relief and regret. You know that look someone gives when they've made a big decision and they're trying to convince themselves it was the right one? Yeah, that one. And y'all, Maggie, she's been keeping things professional on her socials, but fans won't let it go. Comments under her posts are wild. Half the people defending her have saying, "Girl, we see you." Again, there's no proof of anything romantic, but the rumor machine is loud, and in Hollywood, silence can be just as loud as a statement. And listen, when a country superstar and a Hollywood icon call it quits, it's never just a breakup. It's a full-blown cultural moment. Everyone's picking sides, decoding outfits, and reading between the lines of every interview. And it doesn't help that Nicole's been spotted out and about looking radiant. I mean, that post-divorce glow, 10 out of 10. She's clearly channeling her energy into her career and family, and that's the best kind of comeback. Meanwhile, Keith's music might be his way of processing. He's known for writing songs that mirror his life, so don't be surprised if his next album drops and suddenly every lyric sounds like "Goodbye, Nicole." I'll be watching for it, y'all. But let's be real, sometimes love stories end not because of betrayal or scandal, but because life just pulls two people in different directions. Fame, distance, pressure, it's a cocktail that's broken many celebrity marriages before. The difference is Keith and Nicole always looked unshakable. That's why this hit fans so hard. They were the couple everyone pointed to and said, now that's real love. But behind closed doors, who knows what kind of storms they were weathering? The truth might never come out, but the signs were there if you looked close enough. Now, whether Keith has truly moved on or if Nicole is secretly holding out hope, one thing is clear. The world is watching. And if you think this story is over, honey, it's not. With new tour dates, upcoming red carpet appearances, and a rumored tell-all interview on the horizon, the next few months are going to be juicy. So y'all better hit that subscribe button because you know I'll be right here keeping my ear to the ground and my cup ready for the next refill. Whew, that was a lot, right? Keith, Nicole, Maggie, it's giving drama, heartbreak, and maybe a little bit of new beginnings. What do y'all think? Is Keith really moving on, or is there still a chance for a quiet reunion? Drop your thoughts in the comments because, baby, I know you've got opinions. Until next time, this has been your Gossip Bestie, and remember, in Hollywood, the tea never sleeps.
An insider said Nicole and the girls were inseparable this past summer, while Keith was barely home. Can you imagine how tough that must have been?
Fans actually started noticing subtle signs earlier. In June, Nicole posted a simple black and white anniversary photo. Happy anniversary, baby! But unlike previous years, Keith didn't post anything back. Then there was her Portugal residency application, which didn't include Keith's name. That sparked rumors instantly. At the time, a source explained it away, saying Keith couldn't be there because he was touring and would apply later. But now, that timing looks interesting. What do you think? Was that the first real clue that something was off?
And then there was that awkward interview moment. In July 2025, Keith abruptly ended a radio interview after being asked how he felt about Nicole's steamy scenes with Zac Efron in A Family Affair. The hosts joked about it, but Keith's team immediately disconnected from the call. It didn't seem like much at the time, but looking back, that might have been a sign of deeper tension between them. Because not long after that, Page 6 confirmed that the couple had separated. According to multiple insiders, Nicole did not want the separation and was trying to save things. That's the part that breaks everyone's heart. This wasn't a mutual, we grew apart kind of split. Sources told People that Nicole felt betrayed and devastated. Another said she was shocked. Apparently, she's been leaning heavily on her sister, Antonia, who's been her rock through all of this. Nicole officially filed for divorce in Nashville one day after the news of their separation went public. According to court documents, she's asking to be the primary residential parent of their daughters. They already have a parenting plan in place. Nicole gets 306 days with the girls each year. Keith gets 59. It's clear they've tried to make this as peaceful as possible for the kids. But still, you can't ignore how sudden this all seems. They signed that parenting agreement weeks before the split was announced. Nicole in early September, Keith in late August. Which means things were likely unraveling quietly for a while. People close to them have said there's still care and respect between them, but their lives are just moving in different directions. One insider from Keith's side said he's been going through some stuff. Another, from Nicole's circle, claimed he's been making questionable choices for some time. That's as close as anyone has come to hinting why this happened. But what's clear is that Nicole fought hard to keep it together. She didn't want this, one source told People.
She has been fighting to save the marriage. And that's what makes this story sting so much. Because when you look back at their love story, 19 years of it, it wasn't some PR perfect Hollywood marriage. They went through real stuff. Rehab, family loss, busy schedules, raising kids away from the spotlight. And yet, they always seem to find their way back to each other. Keith once said, "As long as I keep her as a priority, everything else seems to work. When I don't, it's Jenga."